Hi, this is Deborah Coulter. This is Chapter 8, Mathematics, and I've chosen question number 1, where we had to look at the different cognitive areas and then explain how they would affect a child mathematically. If the child had a deficit in that cognitive area, what that might look like in math. The first one is working memory. And working memory is the ability to hold information in your head and be able to retrieve it. And so obviously if kiddos can't remember math facts, or if they can't, I just seriously can't figure out where to be. If they can't remember common algorithms that they would need to be able to retrieve at a moment's notice, then they're going to have difficulty in math. This was something I struggled with as a kid, and still do right now, see? Remembering things. All right, processing speed is a cognitive area that kids might struggle in. It's, of course, the speed at which you can operate. And when I remember back to my 3rd grade year, timed tests were so scary because of that. In math, you have to be able to process, and really, you are hindered severely when your processing speed is slow. One of the cognitive areas is language, the ability to use either written, spoken, or be able to read text, and how we communicate with those things. If a child's a new language learner or has a deficit in language, then you can imagine how word problems are going to work for that child. There are 5 penguins on a snowy rock, 2 waddled away, how many are remaining? If the child doesn't know how to read, clearly, this will be difficult. But if the child doesn't know what the word waddled means, or remaining is a big word, then all meaning is lost and this becomes impossible. Attention is a huge cognitive deficit for lots of kids right now. I've seen it. And when they learn new content, if they can't focus on what's happening in the classroom, what the teacher's explicit instructions are, then they're not going to retain the new information. Sequencing, the ability to put things in order, put things in some kind of an order, is huge in math. Children can't retain numeracy concepts like comparing and ordering if they can't sequence information. Next is spatial skills. Spatial skills is just the awareness of space and spatial concepts. Doing puzzles when I was a kid was hard for me, but it's something my mom encouraged me to do a lot, I guess because it was just fun for her, not so much for me, but I got better at it. I was weak in spatial skills. But if you can't see something and visualize it in your head, then the pictorial model that the teacher provides for you might not even make sense at first. And concrete models are supposed to be, where it's at. It's supposed to really help us. Geometry was tough for me growing up. No wonder I loved reading so much. Okay, and finally, reasoning, knowing it's the skill of either inductive or deductive reasoning, putting things together, taking things apart, coming up with solutions for complex problems. If a child can't reason, then math is truly tricky.